Is doing wonderful on this wonderful Wednesday morning. Trying to get my mic set up right. Yep. All right. It's clean. Clean. It's weird. It's like the when I get close to the mic, the green screen makes it go away a little bit weirdly. But it's not all that aesthetically necessary. So it's cool. I'm just gonna make this screen over here a little smaller. Bring that over so I can see that well. Perfect right there. And I can also see comments if I need to. Not many people be commenting right now, so I'm not too pressed about it. Um as always, we're gonna have Jim come in around 9:15, 9:30 to talk stocks with y'all. And then I'm not sure if Kevin's coming on early today or if he's gonna be hopping on his regular session time after the bell. I'm not sure. He kind of just hops on. um, but this is the EURGP trade that we set up on the last live stream. I'm probably gonna do a little before and after from when I was marking it up to now. Um, it just kind of played out perfectly, exactly what we were looking for, just to bounce off of this level, whoop, straight back to the upside. But weirdly, so I'm not as confident in this in an overall sense as I was before after going back and doing another deep dive. And from when I originally found the trade, the conditions have just the winds have just changed a little bit. EUR is cutting, GP is steady, essentially. So we're probably gonna end up seeing downside on this. I'm not gonna call it as like right now. We'll probably still fill in this little area here before selling off, but I'll be looking for sells sooner rather than later. Let's take a look at what the Edge Finder is telling us right now. Silver still with that pretty high score. Nothing has a 10 right now. So markets are that nothing with a 10 tells me that markets are waiting for something to happen. And that's really just like Santa Claus rally. And it's more so like already kind of set, not set in stone, but we're kind of seeing it start, playing out already. So um it makes sense that we're not getting like super scores right now. But silver is still at the top with the 8, EURJPY with the 8, EURUSD with the 8, Dow Jones with the 8, SPX 8, EURNZD 7, AUD USD is 7. DAX and gold, I would have expected to be a little bit stronger, but let's take a look at the price action. I know I'm still in my gold position. Um, this is how that's going. Get rid of that. Sorry. Was testing a strategy out for a homie. um this is well, I thought we actually touched this last night when I looked at, I think not last night, but on Friday. I thought we actually tapped it and then came off of it, but we had just actually missed it by a little hair. But I'm looking for this to go to all time highs. I'm not really looking to get any more entries on it right now. Honestly, I'm just kind of letting these entries play out. And trailing my stop loss. My stop loss is in profit just below this area here. Um, I'm expecting price to just finish this structure here to the upside. We might get another pullback, and that'll give some traders an opportunity to get in. If you got to get in, if it does decide to pull back before going to more highs, I'd expect like barely a touch of this low here. And I could be wrong. I could always be wrong, but I'd expect like maybe a slight tap there before going into all time highs. But I'm not I'm not expecting too much downside on gold. You got the Russia Ukraine stuff still on the tense side. You got the U.S. and Venezuela, getting more tense. Um, the China Taiwan situation is still, you know, I don't know. It's like an ongoing. You got to keep your eye over there, you know. So right now, with everything going on, gold I can see has the geopolitical pressure to go higher. So I wouldn't be looking for any gold sells or anything like that. But I'm not. I'm also not like trying to FOMO into any more buys. I'm just kind of letting the position ride out there. Let me take another look. EURJPY. Yeah. Let's take a look at EURJPY. Our entry is doing okay. We're in a wee bit of profit, just a wee bit, not a whole lot. Um, my stop loss and profit is pretty sure it's just below the structure. Let me take a look, make sure I'm not lying to y'all. Excuse my voice a little bit. I'm a little sick. My I got sick, then my baby got sick. Now my wife is sick. It's crazy. Um, no, I didn't even secure it. I'm about to secure the trade right now. I'm securing the trade right now. Right up under on the. It's weird. That looks okay. No, not really. Um. Oh, okay. So I see what I'm looking at the fact that I missed. Well, I got this entry, but then this entry got stopped out, and I have another entry that's actually like right here. So really, this stop loss and profit is about to go like basically break even. Just basically break even. Not too much. I want to give it the room it needs, but I'm not giving anything back, you know? Can't give nothing back. Can't give nothing back to the markets. They take enough already. They take enough already. Some trades I give a little more time and room to breathe and whatnot. Other ones I'm just like, nah, give me my money. I do like on MT5, like, I mean, you can like, move your stop loss MTP around on the chart. I wish MT4 would have had that capability, but doesn't really matter now. Sparrow Funding is gonna have MT5 as a platform, if I'm not mistaken. MT5, C Trader, DX Trade, GUI Trade, Mass Trader are all the platforms we are going to be offering. We have some of the best pricing in the business. Um, I won't say we have the lowest pricing in the business because the everybody that has the lowest pricing in the business are people that aren't going to be around for like the long run. The like if I could recommend where I've always kind of stayed before having started my own prop firm was like the mid tier kind of um prop setups because I found that the cheapest ones never paid out. It's like it's always some secret rule or you know, I don't know, some weird like spread manipulation or something that messes up the trading. And that's I mean like when you're when you're only charging like $25 for instant $10,000 accounts, well, you're gonna end up in the hole. You're gonna end up in a heck of a hole because traders suck, but not that darn bad. You know what I mean? So, you know, oh snap. So one of my newer algorithms that I've been working on, is I'm finally able to like give it a real good test, a real good college try, because of the software was updating, like the trade locker was updating, and their backend wasn't reading my code correctly. Like the code was fine. Like I haven't changed my code. They've just been updating their software to um, react better and actually do what my code tells it to do. So, um, we got a few new launches coming. We're gonna have a pure gold scalper, so you guys can get gonna be able to get access to that within like the next month or so, maybe possibly sooner. And then, of course, have continued access to Harmony, and then there's a few other algorithms. I want to get working on specifically a crypto scalper. Um, I've been working on it for a while, but now that I have the gold scalper essentially done, I'm kind of focusing, locking in on the crypto scalper. So trying to build. I'm not trying to build account flippers. I'm trying to build long term wealth generators that you don't have to like worry about. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of folks that get into the ecosystem and they're like, oh my god, like I haven't made like $1,000 in like 4.5 hours. What's going on? Your bot doesn't work, and it's like, listen, I trade with really big accounts. Most of the people that you know get our automated trader, our very first one, Harmony, they usually get like a 10K, 25K, or 50K account. You know what I mean? I have yet to have. Well, no, that's a lie. I had one person with a 100K account, but his leverage was so crazy he couldn't use that account with us. Like you got to use like 1 to 100 or less, 1 to 200 at the most. But like the master runs with the 1 to 100. So if you're like the trades are gonna. I can't guarantee your trades look like my trades if you're gonna use a completely different kind of account. You dig what I'm saying? So, that was the problem with that. That was the only 100K account we've gotten signed up to this point. But I'd recommend folks just go a little bigger so we can set your lot sizes to be bigger so you can see the same exact kinds of profits that I post and that you see on my page and whatnot. It's like, man, I got 200,000. I got a $200,000 account, $100,000 account, a $5,000 account, and a $1,000 account. Two of them funded. The rest, no, yeah, two of them funded. The rest is just regular accounts. So like when y'all see that I'm making like you know, big old bands sometimes. It's like, well, I'm probably using my 200K funded account. You know what I mean? Because you can make more money with more money. You dig what I'm saying? It's real simple. It's the same moves. It's the same, like the same stop loss, TP logic. Everything's the same. It's just it gets bigger when you scale bigger. If you want to, if you really want to make a couple thousand a month getting an account under 100K, then good luck. I mean, like, you must be a dog on these charts. You know what I mean? Like, you must be a dog on these charts. And it's like, don't get me wrong, it's not impossible, but unless you're a very dedicated day trader, nah, it's not realistic. But when it comes to things like automation, my bot seeks to make 2 to 5% a month. Now, that 2 to 5% can mean $200 a month. That could mean $500 a month. That could mean $2,500 a month. But that just depends on the size of account that you have to use with it. Within our system. So I just kind of wanted to clear that up a little bit, and help folks understand. I've been trying to edit the SEO for the bot page. For some odd reason, that like the SEO still reads as if, because when I first launched it, it was just I had it launched from TradingView specifically, and I gave people access on TradingView. I learned that I shouldn't do that, so I stopped doing that. Um, and so now it's like the way that it's run is when you connect with our subscription service for the automated trader. You send us your trading platform login, not your broker login. You never send anyone your broker login. That's how you move your money around. Your trading platform login, that's what we use to connect to our copy trader that is running the master account that's connected to the algorithm. So that's how we connect you to our system. There's been a few folks that have been a little bit confused about that, and I'm not sure. Uh, it's pretty simple, but I think hearing, oh, I gotta send my login. I guess it feels like you know weird. I guess, but you gotta understand, I can't do anything with, like, I can't take your money with your MT5 login. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, we have a specific disclaimer on our website and in the message that our team sends out that says, "Do not send us your broker login. Do not send anyone your broker login. We only need your trading platform details." You dig what I'm saying? And that's how we connected to the copy share. So I wanted to get that clipped right there. Get a clip of that right there, so I could post that to kind of clear that up, because um that that be throwing folks for a little bit of a loop. I ain't even gonna lie. Um, Euro, you taking some L's today? Um, yeah, I have, so I meant to, I gotta mention this too. Um, I have a forex only bot, which is Harmony essentially. Because Harmony is forex only, but we're upgrading Harmony to trade more, and trade better. So it's been doing its roughly 2 to 5% a month, over the past 6 months, but um, it could do it better, and it could do it more consistently. So, um, yeah, that's really what I've been working on, outside of getting sparrow funding together, so you guys can trade with the best prop firm on the planet. Yes, I'm claiming we are the best prop firm on the planet, and we ain't even launched yet. We have zero traders, and we're already the best prop firm on the planet. Why? Because I'm the CEO. You got a big dog. You got the big dog, and I'm gonna be still leading these live sessions, still trading with y'all, so y'all can be profitable on our accounts. I don't want, like, all of y'all to just buy an account and fail. It's not what I truly want. For me, starting a prop firm is a recruiting tactic. I'm trying to find the best traders on the planet so I can talk to y'all. It's like, hey, can I give you some money? Nah, I'm just playing. But let's take a look at some more pairs. Let's take a look at some more pairs. Let's look at silver. Matter of fact, we were just looking at gold a second ago. All right. So if you guys remember the last live session, if you were here for the last live session, you'll know that I wanted silver to give me a little bit more of a pullback to get in there. Didn't get it. Not even a little bit. Not even close. Jeez. It's just so strong. But, I could have just bought when I was looking at it, but never really do that. Um, if anything, I'll get in off of a touch of here though, and only risk this little entry, like this little entry, this little area. And then if it fails, I'd probably try again here. And if that fails, it's two L's in a row, and then we'll get our original entry down here. Um, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're gonna end up bouncing off of here, and if not, we'll end up bouncing off of here. But just because of all the things that I mentioned, going on with the geopolitics and everything, as far as gold, all that applies right here. So um, yeah, little bounce, and I think we could get that. I think we could get that. We might not get that low of a bounce though. The way gold did me down there, um, let's be on the safer side and look for that 38% retracement. Oops, it's not what I was looking to grab. I was looking to grab the fib. Yeah, it's like a 38, kind of like a 38. Top of the gold a little bit. It's a decent entry. It's, to me, it feels safe. It feels like a safe entry. I don't know. I like the when it comes to gold, silver, Nasdaq, um, SPX. Like I'm always on the super safer side. Like when I get risky is when we talking about forex pairs. I get risky when we talking about forex pairs. It's only so much of a L you can take when it comes to forex pairs unless you just trading like you crazy. For real, for real. Like Nasdaq, you can be trading completely sensibly and like lose your account. Well, not really, not sensibly, not lose your account. You can be trading sensibly and take a really, really, really big L though. You know what I mean? But like you just gotta kind of, you know what I mean, go with that flow when you're doing all that. Me, I just be taking sniper entries when it comes to SPX. I have taken losses. Don't get me wrong, but I don't trade it enough to take that many losses. So next forex pair, EURNZD. I don't think I've looked at that like in the past couple of weeks, and that's a it's a fresh little read. Let's go into that real quick. Let's go into that. If it'll load, maybe switch. Share this tab instead. Okay. Well, institutions are long euro, but we kind of knew that against the dollar. I didn't know that they were so short NZD though. Well, no, I hadn't thought about it. Okay, so let's go take a look at it. AUR NZD. Mm. So this is kind of like a reverse head and shoulders. This is kind of the shoulder here, the head, shoulder, shoulder. But this it's like the shoulder should be flipped. Like you see the shoulder is like inverted the wrong way. So that could signal a move to close this area in and break these lows here. And I'd like that. I'd like that. Let me see. Let me check. Let me put the fib on it and see from that peak. I mean, shoot. We're kind of pulling back to a golden zone right now. Kind of pulling back to a golden zone right now. Um. Okay. Well, let's check out. Dang, I keep doing that. Oh no, I keep doing that. Let's go check out the bird's eye tool. Go check out the bird's eye tool. You are and Z Dizzle. All right, so a neutral read. A neutral read. I kind of thought that was gonna happen though. I like it being in such a golden zone. Like it could buy off of here, fine. Like it could buy off of here, fine. Um, and like 30-minute double bottom, like that's not unreasonable, you know. Um, I'd hate to fumble it though, you know. But it's not like this doesn't happen a lot. I spend a lot of time on the charts, so every now and then, just when it happens to be a good entry when you pull it up. I'd like a small entry here. Um, I'd like a. Let me see on the 4 hour. Let me see it on the daily. Mm, it's so see it be so chop like them two red candles. It's gonna probably give me one more. If yeah, yeah, and then selling volume is 70% right now. All right, so institutions are long, retail is short. Um, Hmm. I'd like a push below this low. I like any kind of push below this low. Like I don't want to take the entry right now. I don't. It's like Wednesday at 9:20 a.m. It's Euro NZD. Probably not the best time. Um, like any push down though, any push down, I'll take as an opportunity. Like I'm gonna set some alerts because we dig into there. I want it. We dig down there. I want it. If we break above here, I'd want to know. Because then I'd be like, what? What's going on? You know? Um, but yeah, I'd like a push down. Something like this. On oops, I made two. Didn't mean to do that. Um, let me use structure for my targets real quick. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like a move back to this at least. Well, I'd like a move back to these swing lows over here. That good gives us like pretty decent risk to reward, and breaking that swing high. Once we do break that swing high, though, I'll have a little bit of confidence that we'll probably push towards these swing highs up here. So I like this trade. I do like this trade a whole lot. I'm not gonna immediately take it. Um, where? Let me see. Yeah, we're testing our EMAs right now. Um, that 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 100 EMA I think is probably gonna hold her up though. It's gonna push down to go test it, give us a wick there probably, and then move on. Move on from there after we hit the little button. Now, I have to say this all the time. This is not financial advice. Everybody, please trade safely and trade smart and act like you got some sense when you pull up your charts. Don't be over risking. Um, bring you guys over here so you guys can see the full entry. I have to mark it up before I show it to folks and then say the disclaimer because like there's been times where like folks have gotten on my live stream and just like started pressing buttons like without getting any context. Now you guys got the full context, right? Um EUR we're looking for it to push below into this little box here. Start taking some entries. If it pushes even lower, I'll take maybe one more entry right here. And then if this area doesn't hold, I'm not getting out. I'm taking more entries down here. And I don't preach to add to losing positions. I'm just telling you like how this could go. So risk wisely so you can hold these positions. Because I'm a swing trader. But I don't think this area is gonna fail. I don't think it will, but it might. It could, and then we would just be looking to get entries off this area here. Mm. Now, if the euro, if the ECB decides um that they're going to be aggressive about their rate cutting, then I don't I don't like this trade as much. But if they're like, we know that they're gonna cut a little bit, but if they're a little more, chill about it, then this can have a good enough tailwind. But that's all for me today. We have Jim here to get through the stock picks for y'all. Let's get his screen up here for you guys. Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
Hey, morning, Drip. Looking forward to get going here. One macro view of the day. Don't often do that, but saw oil prices hit $55, which is off 30% from a year ago. So, what is going on that we're not? We don't see underlying prices coming in. anywhere near that much. I know that maybe there's some potential tariffs built in or something like that, but just strikes me as kind of strange and makes me wonder. But who knows? And I know we do the core rate is X food and energy to dress things up. But in the end, what a consumer's main concerns, food and energy. So that's my words of wisdom for the day before we get into trading situations. And we had yesterday, we were kind of off, and today, looking to looking to bounce a little bit. Things I noticed yesterday, we did not have great ranges across the board yesterday. We were kind of weak midday. The only relative strength plays I have this morning are on the long side because we went out pretty well. And just to address those, well, we have Tesla here, which kind of had news this morning, but still playing as a relative strength thing. Because California said if they don't improve language per their auto driving thing, they might suspend sales for a month, which sounds like the big slap on the wrist to me, but who knows? Anyhow, went out right around 490, looking 487 right now. I'm thinking 472.43 as an initial long there. And again, I do segment in, with these trades. Last time I trade Tesla was with you guys the other day, where I took a small lot, I think right around the 470 number, give or take, and spit it out just for a couple points as it proceeded higher. Oh well, but that in fact was my only morning trade that day. But I did wind up with a couple of decent trades. I think if I remember, like IonQ and what was that? That other guy we playing just the other day. Actually, I followed yesterday. Rocket Lab, RKLB. Those guys worked out in the afternoon, both on the long side as well. Uh, so that's Tesla this morning, and makes me want to visit Rivian, which we had shorts going on last Friday that were okay. You can see it's come in, and the moves have picked up, and definitely be eyes on Rivian. Again, one of the bang for your buck kind of plays that I'm definitely into. Have all three quantum computing stocks on morning longs, and again, they're good. Relative strength plays are good till 11 o'clock in the morning. So looking at IonQ, obviously went out really well and looking a bit higher right now. Plan on moves here, so I have it pretty conservative. 47.38 for initial purchase there. QBTS, D Wave. Here we go. D Wave again, looking a little bit higher. Trading right around 26. Thinking 23.94 for initial purchase there. And Rigetti RGTI. Okay, a little bit above 22 after closing a little bit below 22. I'm 21.89 for it as initial purchase this morning, and probably like 40, 50 cents lower after that, depending, what my numbers say there. Again, my stuff is always scripted, so I'm just, not deviating from plan. Importance of plan is stick with your plan. Plan doesn't work, change your plan. Not huge, not always huge changes. I'm always like, doing little things here and there, as far as like mainly as far as where I'm picking stock prices, because I have about 30 potential prices long and short on every stock that I crunch the numbers for each morning. So I make adjustments more than anything else. But if things are going bad, then change your plan. Just saying. Well, I think of it now too. I want to say congrats to the Knicks on beating the Spurs last night in whatever the tournament in Vegas. What it means for the season, I have absolutely no idea. I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool the players get psyched and stuff, but didn't watch it. Didn't even watch. I was gonna watch the UConn Butler game, but I don't know. I think I got caught up in some Christmas drama or something. I don't know. Who knows? The only other couple of longs I have this morning are Palantir, PLTR. And again, what's the basis for that? Goes out near its highs. Another guy looking a little bit higher, trading right a little above 188 right now. I'm thinking 180.30 for it this morning as initial purchase. That's a little bit conservative, but again, I'm basing this on knowing what Palantir can do. I don't like getting caught up in smaller ranges and getting my butt kicked on some range based trade because I was basing on recent range and not historical range that I know to be true. So I try to have that in my head, you know. Always try again, trying to be a student, trying to adapt to where we're at right now. Okay, so that's kind of key. And again, speaking from experience, just my 2 cents as far as that stuff goes. Moderna was the only vac stock that went out super well. The other guys kind of bounced. The other guys I'm not following today because they didn't do enough. But Moderna did go out near its highs. A lot of this stuff was off of Pfizer earnings, which we'll take a fast look at Pfizer in a second. But real quick, Moderna just under 30 right now. I have a 28.47 as initial purchase. So that is, it might seem like, kind of conservative, but it used to move. Back in my head is the stock that 4 years ago was over $500. A little over 4 years ago was over $500. And again, I get the reasoning behind that. What the where the world was at, and fingers crossed we never get back to anything like that. But again, obviously the stock has really come in huge. Looking at Pfizer day after earnings. Okay, so it had gone down underneath 25, actually made a heck of a move here, in spite of the earnings. I mean, Pfizer trades like paint drying. So even on earnings day, I didn't follow it. But could that have been a trade there? Maybe. I think I would have been lower. Just maybe I would have been like 24.40 something for it or something like that. Not right, just under the 25 number there. So I don't really feel like I missed anything. News stuff this morning. Amazon getting some chips from OpenAI, so stock looking up a bit. I always like to see where we're at. I think we're far off of the highs there. Yeah, good 30 points or so. Amazon, how do I have it this morning? Sorry, that's a big failure on my prepare part. Um, One of my favorite lines as far as being ready goes back to a guy who was a pretty good college basketball coach back in the day, and that is John Wooden. Of course, it's easy to be a pretty good basketball coach when you have, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was then Lou Alcindor at the time, and then Bill Walton, and then various other guys who were just, amazing players. But anyway, one of his big acumens was failure to prepare is preparing to fail. And that's something that's always kind of stuck with me. And again, like I said, it helps to have, Kareem. But anywho, uh, Amazon this morning, I am 214.69 for it, and that's good. This is not this is a new stock, so it's just regular stuff all day. 214.69 initial purchase at 239.19 to short it. That's kind of aggressive, but you hear the word OpenAI and bells and whistles go off and whatever, and moving. Lennar had earnings. Okay, home builder had earnings. Just following it in the name of that. The range yesterday was $4. Looking for a bit more. Looking down. So I'm thinking 101.76 is the first purchase at 120.55 to short it, which kind of encompasses yesterday's range, as in it was up around here yesterday. So pretty much a little bit above yesterday's highs. So looking for a fill, looking for more than a fill, and approaching the full range there. General Mills Definitely not a mover. Is it a bit of a mover on an earnings day? I don't know. I have it kind of priced close, fairly close. I mean, 75 cents worth of range yesterday. Looking a bit higher. I have it 45.15 for it at 47.40 to short it. Again, represents initial entries there because don't like doing too much too soon. Okay, we're about 3 minutes away here. Worth mentioning. Let's look at GEV now, which I'm following because it's still playing with numbers there, playing with like 680 range. Even had a big head fake yesterday where, you know what, shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. Okay, looked like it failed the 680 number down here, got to 671 and change, and then right back through. Powerful move through, then back right into it. And somebody playing there, looking higher this morning. Was looking higher, was looking like 692, I think, earlier this morning. Now 688. I'm 665.96 for it at 728.80. So pricing it wide doesn't mean I won't participate in some kind of trade for like a fifth size or something like that. I want to do some trades with you guys. So uh might look to get involved at 690 now. Okay. And then Constellation Energy, CEG, because kind of putting the two together, went out fairly good, almost qualifying for morning purchase, just off a little bit away from there. As you see, it went out well. Nice little run into the close. Looking 368, 344.72 for it at 396.85. That'd be a new high, 396.85. No, I think it was over 4. Yeah, it's been over 4, but less. I mean, about $18 worth of range yesterday. That's a little bit less than the normal, so I don't want to be there. Should look at Carvana because Carvana was a beast last week, obviously, and almost was a good call to get short yesterday and missed it by about $1. And again, it ain't horseshoes, so I know Jim likes to cry. I know, cry me a river, right? I know. But it was a decent call there, and of course, it comes in right away after that. Murphy's Law, anything that can will go wrong, yada, yada. This morning, looking 458. I'm 434.61 for it at 486.90. Play it wide. Always play this guy wide because it can move. All right. So again, back to focusing on being prepared, that kind of thing. Micron, want to look at fast. We got a minute here, less than a minute probably. Earnings after the bell. So not sure what it's going to do. Looking 236.88 after going out 232s. Thinking 212.62 for it at 261.99. And we see it's opening 236. Okay, and we're going to get into our day now. Let's see what's doing. I'm flipping on my phone so I can keep this on for you guys. Where am I at? Did it move? Here we go. Couldn't find my little recap there. All right, we're getting going. We got, off the bat, we're up a little on the three indices, and Bitcoin is 87.7. It says down 102, and it trades constantly. They're talking about markets being open 24 hours. Will I ever sleep again? I don't know. That's why I do not know how people carry positions, given those situations. So, going to have to be more alert. Maybe I'll drink more coffee. I don't know. No, I'm seeing General Mills here breaking out nicely. Okay, and I'm out there. Was beyond me, so just threw it out. Was fortunate there. Okay, sorry for not mentioning, but got 48.69. So this is called lucky. Lucky. All right. Okay, because I was totally off here, totally wrong, but got 48.69. I say thank you. Just made $1. Okay, totally lucky. Was totally wrong here, guys. Totally wrong. All right, now we'll see what happens. Okay, because I was at 46 something there. Wow, way the heck off there. I think I mucked up my numbers there, but yeah, I was at 40. I was at 47.40, so I was a bit higher there, but definitely messed up. But I'll take happy to take the buck. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and I again, if you guys know me, I want to start my day with a profitable trade, so that works for me. I say thank you very much. Okay, and move on from here. And it happened fast and came in really, really fast. So, sometimes you miss these, other times, you're fortunate. All right, seeing QBTS up, and we'll look at the other guys. Have it as a morning purchase, but going up right away. Where have I got on the flip side here? Let me see where I have these guys on the my short world. All right, 3086 to short it. So really far away there. The other boys. Just want to write down. I want to keep track of what's going on here. 29. All right, Rigetti. Looking at this guy. Just seeing where I'm at. Okay. Not up as much, but again, for the day, I'm at 29.11 there. Hoping for some good moves here in general. Where they get overdone, get me short. Maybe, if I see some consolidation, maybe I'll get long, been working that, but, at a quarter size, fifth size, that kind of thing. Land Q. Okay. Higher price stock, got to plan on it moving more. Okay. I'm there. I'm at 55.58 to short it. Initial short, 55.58. So just some stuff I wanted to write down there. Am I going to have another trade in General Mills today? I don't know. I would think, from there, I would be higher. Let's see what I have here. And I'm going to put something in just in case. Again, that was all luck. Okay. All right. 48, 60, let's think. Okay. 49. All right. I'm at 49.25 there just to have something in, and I won't, we'll check it from time to time, but I'm happy. I can't tell you the last time I traded General Mills. Holy cow. Long, long time ago. We're all far, far away. Amazon. Okay, 224, about middle of where I'm away from. Not, just looking at it because there's some news there with OpenAI. And again, OpenAI is a big thing here. Hear about it moving, and there you go. All right, Lennar had a little retrace initially, and now middle. Okay, $3 and change worth of range. Again, I am a good ways away on either side, but this guy can do stuff on an earnings day. So we look for atypical moves and see what happens. Take a fast look at GEV. Okay, off there, and guess where we're back to? We're back to our 680 numbers here. Okay, is it a trade yet? Too early in the day. Okay, in the second 5 minutes of the day, but note the work. I'll be looking for the 10 point head fake there, that kind of thing. We'll see what goes on there. Should look at Constellation Energy then too. Did we see the same kind of move there? Looking for corollaries. Yeah, and not quite the same range move, but down move there as well. Flip side in here. All right, Oracle saw it off this morning. Got the chart now. Okay. Kind of quiet. I got it. What I got? I think 171. Okay, Oracle, I'm thinking 170.85. All right, so right around a little below 171. Obviously away, but as my attention right away. Okay, core weave lower, I believe, than yesterday already, or on just through yesterday's lows. Thinking there, what did I say, 61? Yeah, core weave. I said 61.13, which definitely is feasible. Maybe not this morning, but core weave is definitely feasible over the course of the day. There, I wanted to look at charter because the ongoing stuff with Discovery. Charter had a little blip down. Last time we talked about charter, remember I was forlorn because I didn't get in 199 when they're talking about the merger when we thought it was done deal. Didn't quite happen. Charter back near its back toward its highs of the day. Uh, I have it pretty far, pretty wide right now, so not worth mentioning. Flipping through here, anything interesting? Anything really interesting, I should say. Let's see, it's Repta there. I always want to take a look at RGC just because I want to see what the volume's like. And I think I said like 14. It's going up. Is there any volume here this morning? 3,000. Okay, so not right now. To have a number there. I don't have a short number. I said 1458 because it went out kind of crappy. Went out 1670, which was pretty much near its lows, but not low enough to attempt to short it. Although even there, I don't think I'd make a true effort. But keep an eye on it. Maybe find a trade there at some point. Taking a look at our solar stocks, only following two this morning, only following Sunrun and Solar Edge. Okay, Sunrun, not much so far. Solar Edge, okay, about a buck. And middling. All right, I guess I'll look at Enphase and for solar as well. ENPH Enphase. Starting out up with okay range. I did not crunch the numbers there, but on its highs so far, 85 cents. What do we got for solar? Okay, up a little. I did not, I did not crunch numbers for solar either. So about $3 worth of range on its high. So might be something that look to get back involved in again. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Markets, not much moved out. Slight moves there. Not seeing a hell of a lot right now. Bitcoin 87.5. And what's our strategy? Sounds like Madonna, Beyonce. Who else? I don't know. Anybody? Share. They're all women. Okay. Anyway, uh, strategy. Boom was down. We saw it down. Again, looking for corollaries, and we saw it come back. Did Bitcoin really come back that much? I don't know. Maybe they have other stuff. I mean, interesting, interesting. And I still don't get it. All right. So if I don't get it, I can't trade it. Ergo. Sarepta, not seeing much. Tesla. Get your symbols right. Like I said, I think I'm dyslexic because I say words back way too often. All right, Tesla kind of quiet. I have it, like I said, 472 and change as a relative strength play, but it's trending up here, and it kind of works out to be 472. Okay spot, just a little bit below some of this stuff here. And I think I was long, 471 something the other day, briefly, just to get a cha-ching on the board there. Also have it out there short at 513.56, which would be a new high after making a new high yesterday. Make a new high today, almost. Um, anyway, have it way the heck up there, so I don't have to look at it too much. Looking at Rivian, has been exciting. It pepped up. I had some decent shorts in it on Friday. Below those levels now. Rivian this morning, I am 15.99 for it. So in case we're in pullback world, but there could be some smaller trades here, long or short, and at 20.59 to throw it out there. I not wanting to get run over in case it does make a big move back. So being somewhat careful. Let's go back and take a look at our quantum stocks, which I do have as relative strength plays. IonQ. All right, pulling in a little. Okay, after the quick get up and go there. So back toward lows of the day. After fast move, have a lot of stuff there. Maybe there's a trade there. Really, buck range there. Interesting. QBTS D wave. Okay, same kind of thing. Lows of the day, but still, up. Again, thinking lower as a morning purchase. We're aware. Okay, just under 24, so ways to go, but not improbable. And Rigetti RGTI. Again, similar, not quite on the lows, but kind of similar. And thinking just below 22 there. Palantir, PLTR, another morning trade. All right, sliding. This could get interesting. 185s. All right, about $5 away. Again, perfect well. See those fast slides because you get the rebound bound, and it's a relative strength thing, but I take what I can get anytime, any place, anywhere, anyway. Uh, Moderna. I'll take a look at the other boys. Okay, Moderna going higher. Okay. I got it short at like 33.64. So good ways away because it can, even though we see bucks and change, bucks and change, bucks and change moves here and really, really, really crappy yesterday in 96 cents. Every once in a while we see a $4 thing and I don't want to be on the wrong side of a short there. BioNTech didn't crunch the numbers. Are we seeing similar Moderna kind of move? No. All right. Novavax, the one that is almost untradeable these days. Okay, up near its highs, but nil range. Charlie Pfizer, PFE, Pfizer. Okay, yawn. Wake me up. Pinch me when Pfizer moves again. I have not looked at Pure Storage. You guys know I like Pure Storage. 15 minutes in. Okay, did have that dipperoo. And I am, even with that, I was $2 away there because it did not move well yesterday. All right, only $2.50 worth of range here. Normally moves better than that, which is good for a $70 stock. To move $3, $4, that kind of thing is file under things I really like. But that little tail on the bottom gets my attention, even though I snap right back. General Mills, Kate hasn't approached that morning stuff. Happy I was lucky. And I said on that next potential short, I'm at 49.25. Okay, that's where I am there. I want to see Micron because it has earnings after the bell, and then let's look at some other techs after this. Okay, we see Micron. Okay, pretty good, pretty good move. $5 worth of range. Came back into there. Tried to get back up again. We'll see how much it actually moves today. Have it wide because we know it has earnings after the bell. So will it move a lot before that? Will something happen that people know or they think they know, or who the heck knows? Because I don't know. Oracle, we saw it down earlier from the get go and has been lower. 181s, but has been below 181 and heading that way again. All right, so that's kind of interesting, and we know how much that has come in from the September highs. It's almost halved from there, so that's a lot. AMD, haven't seen the moves here. See it sliding in, or am I AMD this morning? I am just I'm under 200. I'm 198.17 for it. If it has a more AMD like move, I could certainly get into that, and then that would be my first pickup there. 198 and change, low 188, 198's there. Again, always legging in, and that works out better. I don't feel the pressure of having a big position immediately and having to be right immediately. Because if we're looking for a turn here, how often you get a perfect turn out of something? Seldom, really seldom. Like I said, the better trades, I wind up with a few pieces, and then we get that move around and then leg out of it. So see what happens there. Should look at Nvidia because it's Nvidia, and I'm not looking to be in the game today, but I want to see what's going on. And it actually, it's come in a decent amount here for it. Already almost $3 worth of range. Didn't like it. It didn't like the move yesterday. Really, really tight. Okay. Open below this. Does it test this? Is this going to be a chance to short it if it gets back into there? Maybe try to short it a couple of times here. And again, it would be, quarter size or fifth size. Okay. In this situation, because it's me branching out a little bit, but for now, it's not challenging there. GEV, we saw it like right around one of its favorite spots, right around six numbers. I see 670 here. Okay, so that was now right around that blip down. Okay, that blip down a little bit below that blip down from yesterday. For real, considering I've for real 665.96. Hang on. Okay, put that in. Okay, $600 stock. I'm not talking huge size here, guys. Okay, for me, I'm talking 100 shares at a time. Okay, not in the let's do a trade here kind of world. In my regular world, my planned trade here, my initial entry 665.96. Other spots, I'm not going to be in other pieces yet, but thinking here we go. All right. 664.28. I might go a little lower. Hang on. Trying to plan, and I'm getting some crank call too. Hate that. Actually, I'm going to go 662, 61. No. I want to be lower. Yeah. What am I thinking there, guys? Okay, I'm having brain freeze apparently. Okay, so I said 665.96. Okay, put that in. All right. 657.64. Okay, don't have that in yet. And then we want to go. Like I said, I have a lot of prices here. Go 649.52. So a lot of room here if it gets there. I'm not looking for a smaller trade here yet. And again, I really approach that with kid gloves. I mean, my regular trades, 100 shares at a time. Whatever you want to. Oh, I don't want messages there from whoever that was. Always get the same calls, and I block them, but they're always trying to give me some kind of HELOC or what, a fancy trade for a home equity loan or whatever, all that nonsense. And every time I block them, I get a call from another number. It just never ends. I even got a call, I think, from some foreign country code. I think it was somewhere in Europe. Craziness. Back to Amazon. My little commercial. I really got distracted there. You can tell. I mean, like was mispricing stuff and whatever. Craziness. All right, so has come off. I'm still a good ways away across the board there. Let's go to Lennar. These are only three news stocks here. Lennar was an earnings situation. Amazon news situation with OpenAI mentioned. Lennar not doing squat diddly. General Mills was short, above my limit. Lucky. I don't know, is that a soccer term? I don't know. Okay, has quieted down. Again, I'm at 49.25 there. Okay, actually have something in there. All right. Those are earnings stocks. Haven't looked at AI this morning. Being C3 AI. Okay, not a big move there, 20 cents or so. We looked at GEV. Let's take a look at CEG. All right, moving in. Farther away, I'm 344.72 for it as a long. So not wanting to be involved yet. Charter, kind of quiet. CoreWeave, looking at my C's, which are all decent movers. So every day I'm pricing those guys out regardless. All right, CoreWeave has been below 66. It's bounced a buck. I'm 61.13. Ford, Carvana. Looking. Yeah, Carvana is actually kind of quiet today. Maybe needs a little break there. Did price out MongoDB today. Okay, sliding up. Got a big range there. All right. As a short for the course of the day there, I'm actually at 450, just a bit above 450. So the thinking there is it's been quiet since the earnings, since the gap on the earnings. It might be overdue to make some kind of move. All right. Watching the Dow go up, S&P slightly positive, Nasdaq slightly negative, Bitcoin has gone up like 1,000 since last we really focused, a little more than that, 1,200, 88.9 now. Again, doesn't mean a heck of a lot to me. Back to Oracle. Okay, not exactly bouncing here. All right, and again, I am $10 away. Again, long day theory. Things happen. All right, doesn't have to happen here, but it can happen. Be patient. No reason to jump in, jump on, that kind of stuff. Last time we looked at our quantum computing morning plays, they were sliding. Okay, and we're seeing some sideways. All right, a little more sideways could get interesting. So, food for thought. G wave. Sorry, little post nasal drip. Okay, a little more sideways. Scan away. Rigetti. Okay, more of the same. Not great range. Take a quick look at Pure Storage before I take a look at our other morning guys. Okay, so kind of tight X that tail. All right, so obviously somebody had to get rid of something there, all right, in a hurry. Bumped it down. So kind of way. Palantir. Seeing some kind of bounce here. Yeah, well, we're seeing some sideways. I would like to see some more down, obviously, because I want to get long in the 18180 number. All right. Moderna was looking up, and still kind of is 31. Okay, with better than yesterday's range already, so that's interesting. But as a short, I am away, 33.64. So that could come into play for me. But I want to see it. I'd always rather see something extended when I get long and short. If it's a regular play, I don't want to see getting closed and getting blown through. Hate that. Gets my stress level up a notch, at least. Definitely up a notch, if not more than that. Other one there, was that it? I think that was it. I want to go back and check Nvidia as this market comes back a bit. I want to see what Nvidia is doing. Okay, a little move back by about a buck or so, a little more than a buck. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Is Micron doing the same? We saw Oracle was not. Micron, yeah, a little better. A lot better, actually. Consolidation here. Okay. AMD. So we approach being a half hour in, and Bitcoin now 89.3 basically. All right, something got that guy going. Anyway, rolling, rolling, rolling. Want to see RGC if we had a trade there going on, potential trade. Okay, so it's been kind of quiet for me. I'm glad I lucked out in the General Mills. All right, RGC up a buck. Volume is 25,000, so not great for a half hour there. It's not a good volume kind of stock there. So sorry, just getting rid of that stupid call from this morning. Spamaroo call. Back to checking what's going on here. All right, yeah, RGC is actually the strongest stock on my list, but volume is, like I said, not very good. And my quantum stocks are not far behind, and Moderna's there. Like we said, General Mills getting back up. First time it's scooting back up a bit over 48 some since that morning trade. Okay, so maybe it gets interesting again. Like I said, I'm at 49.25. I'm not expecting a quick move there. I'd just say, it said thank you very much, even though, could have made a bit more there for me to make, what was it, dollar? Yeah, dollar, literally a dollar in General Mills is a lot. Go figure. Okay, back to Moderna. Okay, still moving up. Haven't seen it down anything yet. All right, but unfortunately, I'm $2 away because I would not want to be short here because I don't know what it's going to do at this point. So again, just trying to be smart about it. Check some of our solar stuff. Did not price out First Solar. Okay, not $4 and change there. Not really remiss that not seeing anything. We're seeing anything in Tesla. We'll check Tesla, check Rivian. And again, check. We check. Is there a trade forming here? Do we want to do something down here? I don't know. And I'm sticking with I don't know for now because I don't know. Rivian. All right, 50 cents. So a little less than 50 cents worth of range there. Pretty quiet. Kind of bottom of range. Let's go back to GEV. How we doing? Because I put something in there. KK, and we're in, and I am, see ya. Okay. All right, just get out and say thank you. 67106. All right, so it's good I got, picked it up when I could. Uh, like I said, that was 100 shares at a time. Now it's pulling in, so it's a good thing. You know, happened through it. Like the moves here, okay? We like the moves here. Not in a hurry to get back in. High 665s. Is this a fail now? A 670 our number now? That could be. It played with that, flirted with it even, yesterday in a blink. All right. I like the moves. Like I said, did not throw anything into consolation. Am I going to be pissed by that? No, because it didn't have the same. I was still, we're looking at it here, and I said I was $10 away, and I'm still a good ways away. So I don't feel bad about that. I see Bitcoin 89, almost 89.6 now. Okay, mentioning it just because. Saw the Wizard of Oz the other day. When did I see the Wizard of Oz? Oh, Monday night. Because. Wanted to see it. Remember, I used to watch that as a little kid. The Wicked Witch of the West used to scare the hell out of me. My kids, I don't think they're ever afraid of it. Different world years later, they're not. It's not the same. Not the same juice. Kids now, I think, are more resilient in general. Okay, GEV right back. So good thing I saw it where it did because I just got out. Ding ding, zip zip, and pulled back in a freaking blink and made a new low. I'm not in a rush here. Okay, I want to see. Could it be that I want to play it? I want to try to get long around here. Gonna have to see what it does. Gonna have to see what happens. We had this kind of move yesterday, and look what happened here. Look at this. You know, similar tail, and look at that bugger. All right, right up in 15 minutes, like from 15 points in 15 minutes. Okay, things that make you go. I mean, different kind of move. We could say that this was the same too, and look what happened here. Total fail. All right, basically a total fail. That was all right. That was actually almost 10 points. So eek. But all right, I should go back and look at CEG and maybe throw it in if it's back near the lows. Okay, better. Give me a second here, guys. Get this in. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, sent. All right. Okay. All right. My little notes here. All right, CEG, CEG, Constellation Energy. What the hell is wrong with me today? All right, Constellation Energy trading, just below 354 now. I am in the game here, 344.72 rather, bidding, not really in the game, but at least bidding for it, 344.72, just in case. All right, should look up other spots here. I'm thinking $3 apart. Knowing CoreWeave, wow, why do I have CoreWeave on my mind? I should look at that next. All right. All right. While I'm talking about this, let me get CoreWeave up there. I'm talking about Constellation Energy and not seeing the number. Okay, I'm going to go about $4 apart. I'm going 340.52, 336.41. Not in though. Okay, so at least I have them handy as a reference off my spreadsheet. Okay, and yeah, it's a good thing I mentioned CoreWeave. All right, CoreWeave's interesting. Hasn't made a new low. Consolidating here. Could be. I would say it could be a trade, but markets are improving and not seeing the move here. I want to look at AMD and Oracle and Micron, maybe IBM too. We haven't looked at IBM. We should look at IBM and Intel too because we haven't. Even though I didn't price them today, AMD consolidating, Oracle. We'll drink of water here. Okay, Oracle not Not seeing any bounce there. Okay, all right, Micron. I think we got some. Yeah, we definitely got some bounce back, and that's a challenging day in Micron because the earnings are coming out after the bell. So first, look at IBM. Really, I mean, I think I saw a couple things going on, but it's quite quiet. This is, I mean, do I even want to follow IBM anymore? I don't know because it's just gone yawner. But watch, I'll get rid of it, and all of a sudden it'll pep up again. Intel, I didn't like the range yesterday, and 60 cents or so. That's another guy that is gonna pep up again at some point. Should look at Nvidia too, even though not following it today. Just want to know, is it acting better? We saw a little bit of a snapback before, I think. Or maybe it was more of a consolidation. Yeah, I would term it more a consolidation here. Tradable here, maybe. Okay, we still got some time. Not going to rush into stuff, but tradable. We saw RGC as a good move. Good range there, but that was on a quick move there. Okay, don't want to do something here. I mean, I see, even though it's not great there, maybe I want to put something in. Let me think on that a bit, guys. Maybe. I want to throw something in there. Had decent luck with that lately. Oh, maybe today my luck has run out because I was definitely lucky on that General Mills. All right, we saw that move. I was, seeing that. Now, I was not going to short it here. I was thinking up above 49, but pulling in not, we saw that one move. And sometimes that's the case with these earning situations that don't normally trade a lot, don't normally have good range. We see one opportunity and then see you later. Bye. That's it. Okay, let's revisit our quantum stocks. All right, definitely consolidation here. I would look down there though. I mean, I still have them as morning longs. I'll get into them more this afternoon. See what things dictate. I mean, the range there wasn't bad. The range on QBTS and Rigetti, well, QBTS not too bad. Project lows still a ways away to pick it up. Till $2, yeah, long ways away. Not seeing great range in these guys. Rigetti was really bad range prior to checking before, and still, a dollar or so, not so great. Moderna. Okay, rounding. I'd love to see some sideways work and then a nice run up to get me short, and then have it come in. Moderna, like that kind of move I'd be looking for, a little over a buck. In fact, I did get short it, but it's like take what you can get, kind of things. Back to GEV, caught it good. About 20 minutes ago. All right, lower. Hang on. Okay. And I have it down. I just want to have it put it in. Okay, so have the next lower limit in there, 657.64. And yeah, I would call this a downtrend, but we're getting pops. I'd love to see quick pop down and make a few more bucks. Kind of playing hit and run here, grabbing what we can. And like I said, not share wise, not a lot. How low did we get in Constellation? We got down to 351. That's still like $7 away there. Do have it in, just to have it in, so I don't miss out. The FOMO in me, fear of missing out. Don't want to miss it. Okay, and it's interesting. It's not a snoozer day, so that's good. With the Dow, Dow's up, but it's not a snoozer. We're seeing some stuff go on, so kind of happy as far as that goes. Okay, Oracle seeing a little bit of a green candle after it made a new low, but still lower pieces there. Look at Tesla and Rivian. Tesla a lot of sideways. Do I wanna? All right, I'm gonna hold off, but I'm thinking about it. Rivian, RIVN. Okay, less than 50 cents worth of range. It was a little bit more compelling when it was here, but is it going to stop? I mean, is it going to stop around here? Is it going to stop? Not to say that it's not a trade. I mean, it's acceptable for Rivian. Sometimes you got to cut, I mentioned hit and run before, you know, cut your expectations, make some money, making money good, not making money, not quite so good. Sarepta, nope. Might there was something in RGC. I don't know. What do we got? We got up there. We saw a fast down move. Yeah, that's like down to there though. I'm thinking more like lower 16s and not even a lower than the low today. So I'm just not thinking it yet. Excuse me. Pure storage. Okay, hold spots. Remember, it always seems to be about ranges here, and it's slipped into a lower range than it's been with the bottom parts maybe down around here. And what I say, pure, I said 65. I mean, I could be a 68 and change. I get that it's been 67 and a half or so, but that was like more head fake. Micron. Okay, and again, well, I'm curious to see how the rest of the day plays out. The earnings thing. I mean, it's been like since 2:30 yesterday. We see this, and it's not a huge move for Micron as it tries to get through the morning highs. Excuse me, but got earnings happening. It's always funny till your blueberry muffin starts to repeat. Then it ain't that funny. Let's look at MGB. Okay, drifting, and like I said, I got way the heck higher. Is there a long trade here? Eh, I don't know. I know the way it cruises some of these small things. I mean, that's not outstanding support, even though we have a little back this way, going back to yesterday, that it failed and then couldn't quite get through. Huh. I want to go back to Oracle. Ken, we didn't, some of the other guys bounced some, in tech world. Oracle not doing it. And again, I'm now $9 or so away. Hmm. CoreWeave, which you can tell was subconsciously on my mind there. Okay, still got like $5 there to go if I do in fact get long. Gee, Verona. Okay, did make a new low there. All right, 662. Now we're playing with breaking out kind of day, I guess. Breaking out of that, that 680 number. You know, been quite a while since we've seen that. That was way back once this morning. That was first 10 minutes of the day. Food for thought there. Go to AMD. Okay, sliding too. I mean, that this guy in Oracle sliding just made a new low, so less than impressive there. I wanted to see where was I going to go. I haven't looked at Apple at all today, really. We see that we're not missing anything. Okay. All right. At least I didn't price this guy today because not totally not worth my time. Okay. Our news stock. We only had three news stocks. I guess it's that time of year because there wasn't much the past couple of days either. All right. Amazon doing nothing. Recently nothing at all. General Mills, we had that one trade this morning. All right, back above 48. Okay, do have an offer out there to short at 49.25. Nothing to get excited about. Lennar. Another guy not seeing. All right, mentioning Bitcoin now because 90,000. All right, move there. So it makes me want to look at strategy and see what it's doing. Okay, moving back up. Made back all that stuff, right? Made back all that stuff from the first half of yesterday. So that's pretty interesting. If that's kind of your thing, I want to go to GEV because it's coming in again. Okay, and then Constellation. All right, so GEV not bouncing, Constellation Energy CEG bouncing. All right. Make a note. Haven't looked at Carvana in a while. Again, before I was talking about a resting day, if you can say that about Carvana. And so far we're getting that because we haven't even seen $10 worth of range yet. But after last week, maybe it needs a breather. Getting back to where I missed it, just barely missed as a short yesterday. And that was, a relative strength short yesterday morning. I was 465 something for it. Got as high as 464 and change. Today, though, got it priced out pretty far, I think. As far as a short, I'm good. I'm $25 away, so I'm really far away there. But going with tendencies, and that's what it does. So it moves a lot. So more interested there. Would maybe filling in some long trades. At fifth size, quarter size, that kind of thing. Here, probably fifth size. Being careful. Let's look at Solar Edge and Sunrun. Okay, Solar Edge consolidation. Bottom there, not a lot of move. Maybe it's better. I don't know. Is it better trade if it fills? Might be. Not in a rush to really do anything there. Sunrun. Okay, Sunrun in contrast came off some, but not unless I think unless I plan on something here. I mean that move started around 1723. Maybe it's worth a flyer at 1723. Now, let's see how please out. I'd like to see some work done there, some work done around there, and just instead of it just coming into that price. So looking at first solar then, and then phase two. All right, first solar. We call that a spot. It's definitely. I mean, it's done some work here, but again, what kept me out yet yesterday was lack of range. And I think the prior day too, and it's kind of keeping me out here too. It's not first solar s kind of range. And yeah, I get that's not a word for solar esque. Pretty funny in a stupid kind of way. Okay, end phase 60 cents off its high. After making that initial nice move up, okay. Okay, I don't have it priced out, but I kind of has my attention. Moderna, I want to go back and visit because we had as a morning long and it took off, and we're kind of in consolidation mode. But memory here is I've seen it totally give up. Make a move like this and totally give it up. So that's me thinking out loud right there. Core weave we'd seen pulling in, so I want to see that. All right, so a lot of consolidation there after being below 66. One of the weaker stocks. Still haven't seen any bounce at Oracle. As we go to Oracle here, and it's going to a little bit of sideways, not exactly in rally mode. So still keep eyes on that. I want to mention that GEV made a new low, which is getting more relevant as I'm 657.64, and seeing that, it's like, is that so close that I should cancel it? But I'm gonna hang with for now. I'm sticking, still bidding 657 and change there, right? For now, should look at CEG too. Okay, not really trading together because CEG did bounce some though. Now we're seeing a little bit of a pullback there after it got. Did it get to 357? Yeah, barely. Okay, so bounced off the lows there. Got to 357. And again, I'm a ways away there. It had been talking about a pure storage trade and decided to hold off on it. I was talking long side there. And we see it did get, I was thinking a little bit lower, but kind of got there. Yeah. But that's, I mean, it kind of 20 cents since then. So can't say it's a huge mover. I'm seeing Oracle just now making a new low. Okay. All right. So Oracle kind of giving it up, and I'm still pretty far away. I'm not going to put anything in yet, but continue to see what it does over the course of the day. But I better be watching GEV. 60 here, and just still right there. Okay, so I'm gonna continue to have eyes on here. Okay, and I'm all right. I just can't. I didn't want to. I didn't want to be there. Okay, maybe I'm right, but I'm not liking this right now. I think it's changing character. Okay, so I pulled a regular purchase there. Okay, which was 657.64. All right, all right. I putting in 649. All right, I'm $10 away now. I'm 649.52. Are we into the point? I think we're into where we're filling the gap now. So not sure how it's going to act. All right, watch now. It'll trade my former number and go up like 20 points or something crazy like that. But I'm again comfort zones, guys. All right, uncomfortable. Don't want to be there right now. Okay, uncharted territory here. Okay, I forget the length. I forget the extent of that gap, but I think it's a pretty damn good gap. So I don't know. All right, for now I'm 649 and change for it right now. Okay, for better or worse. Okay, as we're coming up on 10:30, so it gives us about a half hour or so to talk about this stuff and maybe do a little bit more stuff, depending. RGC, I mentioned something maybe there. I'm not really seeing it. Any compelling short stuff? Nothing awesomely compelling. Back to our quantum stocks. Okay, Ion Q. We had seen some sideways. We're still seeing sideways. Could be. I'm not looking to jump. Has better range than the other guys, only because it's like double the range because it's also double the price. So to be fair, it's not a lot better than the other ones. QBTS. Okay, still, same. We're seeing the same kind of thing here. Okay, with better range than the other two, based on price bases. And Rigetti with the poorest move there. I want to go back to GEV just because, even though I pulled it sooner, philosophy wise, we see it got lower there, got down to 558, 658 rather 38. Okay, it got that close. My thought is it's way close enough. I even pulled it sooner because of my comfort level, but even though it bounced a little bit, when it gets that close, my thought is if it gets near me again, it's going lower. So I always pull, even though I pulled, just below 650, kind of validates. Watch it bounce now, but that's okay. That's okay. This is the way I do things. I do things for a reason. It's okay. All right. It's okay. Like I said, I'm 649, a good ways away. Want to revisit CEG. I'm not sure. I should check out at some point, maybe when I'm not busy here with you guys. I got a little more space, a little more room. Check out where that gap from a couple of weeks ago started in GEV. On that earnings day. CEG not ways away, not in it. Okay, let's go back to Oracle. Need a little water. Still lots. Seems like most of the other guys made an effort to come back, and possible exception of AMD. Yeah, even AMT there, did not see this in Oracle, and even said, even though it's only like a buck 50 there, didn't see it Oracle. I was looking at end phase before, maybe it's a fifth size kind of trade, kind of long trade. Okay, looking there again. I want to see a little bit more. Okay, maybe it's better. I don't. Another guy give it up pretty fast. Maybe the 32 number is worthwhile there. Not really sure. Let's take a look at Tesla and Rivian, which makes me want to take a look at Lucid too. All right, Tesla, I expected more one way or the other there today. Only seeing $9 worth of range. Okay. Rivian too, kind of quiet. A lot of sideways here. A lot of sideways. Which way is it going to go? I don't know. I can't make a decision yet. Lucid and quiet. Remember, I decided not to look at Tilray the other day. Just want to see what it's done since then. Okay, so it's higher. Come off. How high did it get? No, that's going back a ways. Okay. Didn't see. We didn't look at it all yesterday. I see that it went out. It went out fairly good as far as things go. Yeah. So it was a big mover yesterday. Not moved as much today. Don't know what made me think of that, but I just did. Bitcoin's still right around 90. Dow's up small. Other guys off small. So not super happening there. Let's look at our news situations. Lennar on the earnings. Okay, moving down toward the bottom of what I would call its real range here, not this one blip there. Okay, Amazon was real quiet last time we looked. Yeah, and that's all the more reason why I don't trade Amazon that frequently. Okay, I need at least for me, I need things that move. I'm not gonna scalp away all day. It's just not me. Oh, excuse me, it was me years ago, but we change over time. Definitely. Kate, General Mills was the other guy. I think I remember because we did have that one trade this morning. Getting interesting, creeping up. Okay, so we had one blip move. Now we got the creeping up. All right, like I said, I'm at 49.25. Keeping that out there for now. Said Moderna might give it up. How right was I? No, still holding there. I mean, but is it a trade for 20 cents? No. Okay, got to go now. Got to go to GEV here because, like I said, I wasn't sure, and it's giving it up. All right, so I feel a little bit better about that. So like I said, remember I mentioned this plowing through. Okay, broke here. Okay, 651. Okay, now it's getting close to my 649. All right, really is. Okay, so I'll have to get up there. Oh, what I got underneath it though. I better find what I got underneath it here. Here, hang on, guys. I better find out. $7 so lower. And I saw Constellation, by the way, is coming in as well. So getting interesting. 160. Okay. All right. Don't have it in yet, but 641.60 below that. We got it. 6:15. All right. Okay, I just canceled it. Okay, I just canceled it because it got too close. All right, and we got a $2 pop. Am I being super careful? Yes, I am. All right, I am because we just got that, and the way I saw, 16 bucks that way, and the way I see this down move now. All right, I just put in. All right, so I'm really away again. Okay, I pulled the 649, mid 649 number. All right, just so you guys know, and 641.60 for it. I can, as long as you can justify stuff. I mean, you're good. I should look at CEG though and maybe put my initial. No, I do have it. I apologize. Okay, and here we are because here we are. All right, been 346.87. I am 344.72. Putting in my other guys 340. All right, two pieces in there. All right, 344.72, 340. 53. And now they are, all of a sudden, they're acting like each other. Okay. I got to have eyes on this because don't want to get run over. All right. And here we have GEV right here. Okay. Trading that number, traded through that number. All right. Maybe it bounces now. It's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. All right. Okay. Filling a gap. No chart to look. No, nothing to look at here going back weeks, going back at least 2 weeks, whenever those earnings came out. All right. So that is, that's an informed decision here. Okay. That's why we do this stuff. All right. That keeps us on the in the black side of the P&L. All right. All right. CEG is going to get interesting here in that I want to get it. All right. And then see a bounce. Okay. We've seen 10 points here in 10 minutes. Okay. And that's CEG acting like CEG. All right. We're getting close. Again, I'm kind of watching. I'm looking other stuff, but I want to see this guy. Sorry for my sake. I'm looking as I flip through on my phone here. Okay, all right. As it bounces, and I literally missed it by a cent. Okay, and I'm canceling it. All right. Okay, so that I guess the soccer players, the football players would call that unlucky. All right. So General Mills, lucky. CEG, unlucky. All right. I do have a 340. I had just put in a 340 52 bid. Yeah, 340 52 bid in it. All right. So I had a nice little bounceroo there, and I would have, fleed immediately, but that's funny by a friggin' penny. Ugh, that's life, right? That's what people say. GEV temporarily seeing a little bit of green in this 5 minute moves. This is why I'm following Constellation Energy. This is why I decided to follow GEV now too, and I'm like seeing that they're kind of trading off each other. All right. If we go way back, where did I had a trade 665 where I was at 671, and that was only like an hour ago. Wow. or maybe 40 minutes ago. Like those levels, it's like yeah, like 40 minutes ago. Wow. Okay, moving, filling. Wow. CEV. What is wrong with me? At least I didn't put in core weave, which I want to get to right now. I want to get to core weave. By the way, Bitcoin 89,000. Okay, giving it up kind of fast. Where are we? Oracle 178. Okay, pure storage. Good thing I didn't get in. All right, not hopping on any trades right now. All right, CEG is low. Pulled that CEG, and now we're lower. Okay, what did I say? Going through. Okay, so had a moment. If I'd gotten that, I had one trade there. Okay, and I think I recognized that, and I wanted out of Dodge right away. All right, really did. Okay, really did. Core we've mentioned. Okay, does it want to fail? Does it want to fail this range? Maybe. Want to look Oracle. Want to look Micron. Want to look. Okay, not hopping on anything that's not scripted right now. I'm not. Okay, just look at the way we start to go down. All right, Oracle fading. AMD. I said just below double par there. What I say, 198 something. AMD still away. All right, so change in character here, right? Change in character. Okay, Bitcoin 88.7 had been over 90. All right, change in character. Change in character in the day, maybe. Okay, definitely changing character at least for now. Okay, I want to mention that General Mills because it's not paying attention to anything. I'm not surprised. I mean, it's General Mills. It doesn't exactly move with the market. Okay, and I do have an offer out there, 49.25. We'll see what happens, as the day progresses. Back to GEV. And how fast? How fast does like 641 bid become relevant? Really fast. And now it's like it got to low 643s or 641.60, and in this time, sorry guys, I just pulled that one too. Okay, really. Okay, so having bought the stock, 665, not wanting to buy at 641, is it's kind of astounding, but it's true. I can I can say yeah, and I get that eventually we're going to have some kind of bounce here, but I'm in no rush, and I don't have for now. I don't have anything there. All right, not even looking to see where I'm at. I should look at CEG though. We got 15-minute here. All right, and this is going to get interesting too. Seems like it is. Okay, plowed through. What did I say? I said revisits more often than not right through. I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm trying to make a point here that more often, even though there are times I regret stuff like that, and I may be a head fake going through, but seeing it here. All right, GEV 645. Maybe we'll see some stability here. I don't know. I'm gonna when I'm done with you guys, I'm gonna have to check out some longer term charts here so we can make sense of it. Like the moves though. I see Lenore coming off a bit. Getting more interesting. So also see Nvidia, even though I didn't price it. Okay, you see that? Was this all Nvidia? even though it was only like like $2 here. Okay, just seeing that. Bitcoin 88.2, down off from 90,000. What, 20 minutes ago? Wow. Probably good. I didn't do anything pure storage. Okay, we see that now, and it's still not down to there. Uh, RGC kind of does its own thing, but anything going on there? No, no hurry there. The other interesting thing is Moderna didn't really give it up. Okay, still hanging there. Again, I'm not jumping into anything right now because I don't know. All right. It's okay. It's okay to say you don't know, and you know, doing okay, not doing kick ass awesome this morning, and only two trades. Even though I canceled three of them, three that probably would have gotten filled. Would that GEV have gotten filled? I don't even know. Well, two of them, two of the other GEVs would have gotten filled, but did I want them? Did I want them? Did I want them? Because we went poof down pretty fast there. Should be looking at CEG here, just the same. All right, and 341.71 is, yeah. All right, I'm keeping my 340.52. I'm keeping that for now. All right, just because it's relative. It's the move there is not the same, and it's still, maybe, like I said, maybe we're getting gonna get some consolidation here. Maybe not. It really didn't see CoreWeave give it up. All right, guess, all right. Eh, still hanging on to 66. Or trying to hang on to 66, and I get them 61 and change, and not really looking to jump into it, even at fifth size. But I noticed that, just flipping through, I want to see if any other guys are changing car. I want to look at Tesla real fast. Did I actually hit Intel? Wow, I thought I hit Tesla. Oh, okay. Anyway, we saw Intel for a second. Could have sworn I hit Tesla. Either it was too much coffee or not enough coffee this morning. I don't know. But because I just saw it trading, coming off. I see Tesla coming off there. Look at Rivian. Okay, there's Rivian really not doing a heck of a lot. Interesting spot, maybe. Like I said, I'm not hopping into anything right now. Gonna go back and watch G Verona. We got 10 minutes left here with you guys. Uh, Seeing it get back down there. Okay, which was in fact a new low. Wouldn't have gotten my limit that I pulled a little while ago. Wouldn't have gotten that yet, but still coming in. CoreWeave still holding there. Well, not as much. CEG getting closer. Let's go here. Okay, kind of a key spot here. It was 55. waiting on it, holding on it, and okay, I just canceled it, and that's traded that time. So this is like historically bad for me. Okay, first venture into CEG missed by a penny. This one I missed by 2 cents. All right, I get not great bounces. The first one was like $2 bounce, so maybe would have made it like a buck and change there. This one, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But of course, I should just shut up because that General Mills. We'll file it under what comes around goes around. Okay. I wanted to mention before I got all caught up in these guys was if you want to reach out to me, again the email is jgre910@gmail.com. That's jgre910@gmail.com. Just so you guys can, if you want to, we could send me a holiday card or something like that. I don't know. Just kidding. Uh, CEG giving it up again. Okay, went through. So these guys, I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're weak. That's my 2 cents there. All right. And I think it's mainly because of GEV, filling a gap in uncharted territory. So just be aware of that and don't be super aggressive here because I don't think I'm going to be. You know, maybe in these I should take my ball and go home. I don't know. And be happy and just focus on some of these other guys. I see CoreWeave, giving it up, but not giving it up as aggressively. So they might, if it gets down to my limit and I make a trade there. And this market, has changed character. How much has Bitcoin changed character here? From 90,000 down to 87,700. Excuse me. And I'm really good at messing up symbols here today. But let's look at strategy and see what we see here. Wait on it. Sorry. Okay. Yikes. Wow. Hopefully no one else fell off the cliff with that. Eeh. Double yikes. Okay, as it fell. What do I have? I have my next CEG is 336 and change. I don't have it in. I don't have anything in GEV. Like I said, maybe I take my ball and say bye bye. AMD is getting interesting. Okay, I better put it in. Okay, so some of these other guys that are not moving as crazily as I put in advanced micro. All right, 198.17. I don't have it on my list here. Check it twice. All those things Santa says. All right, more of a move for AMD. Like I said yesterday, remember I talked about concern about ranges this morning and pricing things out because I didn't like the ranges yesterday. There weren't enough. There wasn't enough movement, and now we're seeing some of this stuff. I want to see IBM, even though I didn't price it. Okay, so I think what we have developing is an interesting day. Even though yesterday seemed like it was going to be something like that, we didn't quite see the movement. But this is okay. Look at Micron here. Ooh, again, this is why I price these guys. And Micron, who the heck knows what it's going to do? Like I'm careful. 212.62 for it. Not put anything in, obviously, but wow. Okay, so some interesting stuff, tech wise, developing into the afternoon. All right, so that's gonna be really, really, really interesting. Really has my attention here, guys. Let's go back to Tesla. What do we got? A little bit slow here on this chart for some reason. Okay, and we saw it. We saw it there. We see it coming off. And again, I'm not going to get it, but I had said 472. Yeah. 472.43 this morning. And I said Tesla wasn't moving earlier when it was stuck in here. And remember, I was kind of debating a trade there. Phew. Good thing I didn't. Wow. Getting close to the end of our morning session here with me. Okay, and finally seeing these guys quiet down a bit. They're the CEG and GEV. Okay, after seeing, here we saw 15 minutes of hell. GEV might have seen 20, right? Yeah, basically 20, 25 even. And is it bounce central here? Not quite. So still, very very up in the air there. Very much so. All right, Oracle is going to be in a name. I might be done with the prior two, but Oracle has my attention. AMD has my attention, obviously, because I have an order in. Micron has to have my attention because earnings after the bell. See Intel getting interesting. Might have to price it out. All right, seeing Intel here and giving it up like that. I'm thinking I don't have it. I didn't crunch my numbers, but I'm thinking like a 35 number there. Okay, whatever. When in fact I do this after this, I'm thinking some kind of 35 number because that's representative of an Intel move. How about IBM? No, not so much. Okay, so IBM is like not doing it. Not doing it. I see real fast. I want to see our quantum guys before I go. Kind of giving up that range they're in. At least IonQ is. Yep, giving it up. QBTS. Yeah, kind of. Those are the J Rigetti. All right, so they could be interesting too. And again, I'm not. I had them priced for this morning. Up till now. All right, I'm going to be lower as we go here. So, got to see what I have there. As far as initial entries for those guys, there will be a decent amount down. All right, so the old clock on the wall, so to speak, says it's 11 o'clock. So I hope you enjoyed this morning's session, and you got some understanding why I cancel things when they're close, and why I put things out. At ranges I do put things out because when we do get a move, that impacts things obviously. Anyhow, have a good rest of your day, and talk to you on Friday. Take care now.